Hi everybody, welcome back. It's been a while. I have been so busy with work and life, and now it's summer. It's the beginning of July, basically the middle of July already, and I haven't really filmed too much, but I'd like to get back into it. And I thought maybe we could talk about my journal stack. I don't know if I ever properly introduced what journals I was using this year on this channel. I have on some of my other channels, but this is my stack. It grew exponentially from last year. Last year I was in a Cousin and a Weeks. And I had my reading journal. I think that was kind of all. And now this year I have 2 Cousins, 2 Weeks, a 5-year, odd books in there, things I'm trying out, things that haven't worked. And so I just thought we'd kind of go through them and I could give an update on how I'm using things, how things are going. I definitely owe you all some the last half of 2025 flip throughs. So I hope I'll be able to do those one of these weekends. And then kind of maybe start talking about some other things as well. But so we're going to go into it. I'm going to just talk about I'm going to show you a really realistic look at what my journals look like. I work full time. I work an 8 to 5 that I have about a half an hour commute for. I have a 2.5-year-old that I solo parent during the week in the mornings to get him, to where he needs to go. So journaling falls typically in the evenings, and then on the weekends when I have nap time. But I also have to fit in all the other crazy life adult responsibilities. It's just been really hard. We actually bought a house, so we're working on moving and packing, so that's just one more thing. So that's kind of where my life's been, and I'm just gonna switch views and film my journals now. Okay, the first one I'm going to talk about is my 5-year. I was really excited to get this, to use it for my overall family tracking, what we were up to, those kind of things. And I was so excited. I was doing really great on it just until the beginning of March. So you can see I wrote in them, I've added a sticker that I thought was kind of appropriate. Songs for the Scenic Route, just since it's, a 5-year, it's a longer kind of journey. I was doing well. I forget how small A6s are. Every time I buy an A6 journal, I forget that they're the size of my hand. And I actually wish I had gotten a bigger one just for writing some longer things. Anyway, so you can see I've spent some time this last week trying to catch up. Some things are just a sentence, but I have not written from April to this past weekend. So we can just kind of move ahead here. Today's the 8th. So I've got, a couple months worth of chunk there that I haven't gone through. Luckily, I write so much and track it in other journals that it's pretty easy for me to remember something to write down. But I do fear that some of the details that I wish I was capturing are lost now, just because I'm not in my books as much. So that's my 5-year. I'm going to really try and catch up and stick to it. So a couple of the journals in this little guy are what I started out with for the beginning of the year, but I did get this cloth and paper A5 Slim, I think is what it is. Little traveler's notebook, I guess. I've added this little charm from Michael's and this Karopi. I think it was a phone charm, but I didn't like it on mine. And I might shorten it actually because it gets a little floppy, but I actually might take it off too. This is from Miniso, one of the first times I went. And then I've added a couple stickers on the inside and some paper to decorate it, but I'm still kind of figuring out how I'm using this. I added some Neota cards from 2 of the plush figures that I got, but I carry around my weeks in here, so we'll talk about them. But I'm just going to talk about this all together. These were new. This was in my last Jet Pens order. I had been waiting for the sticker release Traveler's Notebook insert to come back in stock, so I did get one of those. Right now I got this pack of stickers on Amazon, and I'm actually trying to sort through them and put them in here. They're on like small plastic sheets, and they're like this size, and there's like 4 or 6 stickers on each. So I'm actually taking them off and putting them all in here because I tend to like not reach for this because I don't want to go through all the stacks individually. So I started organizing them. So this is like by color, and these are all food, and then I'm gonna move on, but whatever. So I haven't decorated these yet, but sticker one, and then this is just one of the Traveler's Notebook dot grid inserts, which I really like how the paper feels. I'm excited to do something in here. I just haven't quite decided what yet, but I put them in there. And then this is just, I forget what they call this, a document folder maybe. I just put a couple stickers, some stamps. I just taped these stickers on to the back of it. And then this is the cloth and paper weekly graph insert. I was using this as a health tracker, but I haven't kept up with it. This was the last week I set up in here. I'm just doing like what I was eating, and then over here just any like symptoms or things as part of the day, those kind of things. So I didn't do a very good job. I did do well at the beginning, but so I might get back into this, not really sure. But that's this little guy. I am loving my weeks. So I'm using this Tamagotchi one the same as I did last year, which is kind of my life planner. Like I actually use it as a planner to keep track of what we're doing, like activities and those kind of things. And then I'll show you. So I didn't really decorate too much. I have this alien guy, which I thought he was cute. Not using any of these pages at all. And then the monthlies, I do decorate each month with a little bit of a theme. I've been trying to use sticker sheets that I only have like some. I've used the stickers for other layouts, maybe a weekly layout in the weeks or something. And so then I'll just kind of use the extra pieces to finish the sheet off. So these were leftovers from an Happy Olive Studio sheet. And then this was leftover from, I think, Pineberry paper maybe. This is not their sheet, not the sheet, but I remember it was on this small one. So Pineberry paper. So I keep track of like our plans on there. I did start an ink log just now that I'm getting more into fountain pens and inks. So that's my humble little collection. I just keep track of very simple what our plans are and what I've got going on, what we are eating or what we've ate for dinner, what I'm reading, which helps with my reading journal if you've watched that. I do a sleep tracker, and then I also keep a shopping list. Just as I think of things, I'll add that. I don't use the shopping side as much, but sometimes I do. So I just do really simple. I kind of change. It stays mostly the same. Usually there's a sticker. Usually there's washi. I have found a lot of joy in keeping up with this. It's just kind of like if I can't do anything, I can at least set up my weeks. So that one's going well. And then I don't have anything in the back here. So maybe some starts of lists, but. And then I got this one to keep track of Milo's kind of milestones and important things. I've done pretty well. I was doing really good at the beginning. Like this was a drawing he did he called it Papa. It was my dad. And then I've also started, like I put stickers when we would look at a house. I did that in my 5-year too, but sometimes it's longer than others. And then I went away in March, so I was busy like the week before, so I didn't write anything there. But I'll put in like some pictures, or if he gets a sticker from the doctors. You can see it just got busy and I didn't put a lot of stuff in, but it's really just an additional thing. I'll put like, I'll put funny quotes he said. Like this was, he had like his talking on the phone, like his pretend phone conversations have changed. And so that was a conversation he had when his dad and I were sitting and playing kitchen with him. And then his grandpa said, "We're going on a walk today, period." And he thought that period was so funny. And he just kept like laughing and repeating it all day. So I just put funny things like that. I'll leave like things you love. So if we are obsessed with books, or so this says like dinosaurs, water balloons, his water shoes, and then checking on his strawberry plants. I'll go back in and add some things because we did some stuff over the weekend. But so I like this. I definitely will do this. This was Marissa Finds a Hobby. She was doing this for her children, and I really liked that just because it separates him from these other books. So I will definitely be doing this. These two, I think, will be for sure. I will be getting 2 weeks next year for the same like purposes. That brings me down to the Cousins. This one is my like diary feelings, long form writing. I did a washi dashboard in it, which I really love. I decorated it with some stickers that are just more about like feelings or motivational, those kind of things. Very me. I have been tracking, like, it's kind of cool to see like what days I've taken off or had off at work. I don't know that I need it in this journal though. I don't know. And then I just kept like, I just wrote down like important days or plans. I don't really like it. I'll come back every now and then and update it. I've made a wish list, which I kind of don't keep track of as well as I could. The best thing I'm doing in this journal that gets me so excited, I've been doing a sticker a day. And I love when I have multiple days that I miss, because then I get to put a bunch of stickers down. But I also am sad when I like skip a day and don't put a sticker. So double-edged sword, I guess. But I just pick like a sticker that I feel represents the day, like a disco ball for New Year's. I was home alone and got to do my own thing that day. Sometimes it's like the expression, like that one. I was sleepy. Milo ate a bunch of mac and cheese. I taught a junk journaling class. This was I got my nails done. We had a snow day. We had tacos for dinner. So just kind of those kind of things. But I've really liked doing that. And I just keep it kind of simple with a washi tape. I have these were from Scribble Prints Co., I think, and I put those in both of my cousins, but I am absolutely loving this practice. We'll be doing that again next year. These are days I cried. I definitely cried in May, but didn't keep track of it. And then compliment tracker, again, just kind of forgot about it. So you can see like April, and then I didn't start tracking again until June. And then eating out, I need to update a couple of these, but I've done pretty well on that one. And I've been doing weekly reports, and I've kept up on them. They've kept this format and used it last year. I don't know. I've changed kind of some of, you'll see I change the words sometimes depending on how I feel. Like, I don't really like treating, I don't like obsessing. And I've actually changed eating because sometimes we eat really boring foods. But so I've done this. I did switch it up. This was how I did it a couple weeks last year. Decided I didn't like it. I went back to that. But I choose random colors out of my Tombos every week and then try and make it in an order that looks pleasurable for me. And then I sometimes decorate it with stickers. So I like it. I have a couple weeks where I didn't do it very well. I wrote this differently. So I kind of switch it up when I get bored, but there's definitely a couple weeks where it just, things were busy and I didn't get a chance to write anything in it. So I don't know. This one's not, I'm not living for it right now. So it may be changing for next year, like just how I use these weekly pages if I stay in a cousin. And then when I first started this, I knew I wanted to write, but I didn't really know. I loved how Uncle Ethel does this like kind of file folder kind of header. I think I looked at other people's and was like, this is how I'm gonna do it, but I didn't like this. I think when I started this, I only had one fountain pen, one or two fountain pens. And I think one of them had a Kaweco black ink. And I don't like how that worked with my Hobonichis. And so I did write with that, I think, and then I covered it. So I was writing, I kind of had highlights, and then I just didn't like it. I think I had only filled out like maybe the first, and then I went a couple days and had done this. And then when I finally decided I was going to write the names, I went back and did it on days I hadn't wrote on. But you can see I didn't write in it for a while. So I went back and I turned this into a physical TBR tracker. So these are books I own, and then I highlight them as I've read them, and I'll cross them off if I end up donating or doing something like that. And then I don't know what's on these pages, so I might be blurring them because I do talk a little bit more freely in this. I really don't post this online. I'll do videos of like when I decorate pages. I rotate through my fountain pens in this book, and then I play around with like my washi and my stickers. I try and match the fountain pen to whatever the decorations on the page are. So I'll show you, so that's just Friday and Thursday. Not my best work, to be honest, but I'll blur a couple of these. I'll show you some of my favorites. But when I started, I was doing like a today column with like a to-do list and that kind of stuff. And then I was writing on the side. I really like how columns look in people's journals, but the to-do list doesn't really work for me. So let me find a couple of my favorite layouts and pages. Really liked this one with the butterflies and the purple ink. I just thought that was really pretty. I think this blue one's nice. Sometimes I used gel pens. I have the grabby, like erasable ones, so I think I used that. I love this Thursday one, just the purples, and this is one of my favorite inks. This was a good week. These were some really good spreads. Love this one with my K-pop Demon Hunter stickers. So sometimes I try and like play off of the two pages. Sometimes they're completely different. Sometimes I just kind of match the vibes. I think I did kind of opposite colors here, like those ones. Love this one. These two. This is the one I probably spend the most time in because I do try and write just what happened during the day. So I come back here to reference, and I come back to my weeks to reference things as well. Like that one. So yeah. And then this is probably my biggest letdown right now. This is the one I feel the most disconnect with. And I've been using this for memory keeping and just a creative journal. This is exactly what I was doing last year. I just, for whatever reason, with just being so busy and feeling like I don't have me time, I just am not feeling the spark and I'm not feeling drawn to spend a lot of time in this. I did recently, I don't know why this keeps getting caught on here. I just decorated this the other day. Just some things that made me happy when I looked at them, and another way to go through my ever-growing sticker collection. I put this in as soon as I got it. I just really liked this sticker. These I was doing steps and trying to hit over 5,000. So when I highlight the day, that's when I did that, because I just don't, like I said, I work 8 to 5 and I have a 2.5-year-old. So he's the most exercise I get, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know if I might keep doing that. To be decided. I did a bingo. Things are going well. I need to update some of the things on here. I'll definitely do a bingo page. I liked that. And then I've been doing glimmers and recaps, which I did last year as well. I pick a theme with washi and stickers, and then I pick coordinating markers. This has been really good. Always comes together by the end, and I'm really happy with how these look and how they turn out. I picked my color scheme for July. I just haven't done anything, so I actually couldn't find the markers. I just found them today, so I'm gonna get started on that. Watch list, which I love the stickers and everything and how I laid it out. I just don't watch a ton of movies, and that's part of my goal this year, was to watch some more. And then these are just random songs that are stuck in my head. Also one that we kind of like dropped off on, but it's kind of fun when I remember to write down. And then these are my new washi tapes, which I didn't give myself enough room for because this is April. And then I intended to have this whole page just be a continuation, but then I got ahead of myself and did this 2026 over here. So whatever, I'll figure out how I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll just buy less washi tape. Sure. But yeah, I just got these 5 new ones at a stationery store when we went to Pittsburgh last weekend. And then I was doing really well on my weeks. I really enjoyed doing this last year, where I'd pick a color scheme and kind of do that. And it was going really well. I love this one. This one was just really fun. So I really liked that. And I should kind of start doing that again. It's just every time I try, I kind of get a roadblock. So I think this one was fun. I did end up getting sick for 2 days though. Yeah, I did this little ribbon that I really loved for one of my son's Valentines. So this was going really well. And then I just got pissed off and busy. That's basically my life. So I did try and update some of it. So I've just kind of like, it's decorated, but it only has a little bit written in it. This week I decorated, but I didn't write anything. Same for this one. And then this week I traveled for work and went to State College. And so I tried to kind of just do a more like random junk, which like Maddie and Marissa, they do that really well. And it's just not, I wanted to try it to see if it could like get me back into doing it. And I don't like how I did it. I love how they do it. I tried writing sideways too. Like that was something different. And I did it another week and tried to kind of go back more to what I had been doing previously, but I like it a little bit more than that week before. But I don't know. It's just not meeting what I wanted to. And once again, I did this one, same kind of way. So then I went back to a theme and it got busy. So it's only partially filled out, which is fine. Like it captures things still. But it's just not, I wish it was more complete and better. Messed up. I was doing like every other column and then I wrote laser eyes in the same column as that one, and so then I had to change it, and so then I got kind of mad, but that's okay. And then I don't know, it's just even at the beginning of this, when I used this, I was not 100% on it, and I don't like what I even started doing at the beginning. So, and I think it's just because of how busy things are. I did go through and sticker bomb each of the monthly like cover pages, so I just picked a color and went through rainbow order, which I like how they turned out. But I started just as like anything that brought me like inspiration. So like I would write down who the creator was. So I drew, this was a post on Instagram by Snippets of Whimsy. So I just drew her son. I really liked that. I got donuts the next day. So I drew this from a picture. This was from Haley Drew This, little meme about my 2026. And then the way I work in this is like, I always am back journaling. So I'll go through and print a ton of pictures and then fill them in and then decide what I want to do. But I got some happy mail from Carlita. I did a junk journaling event. This was a mindfulness thing that I tried, but I kind of hated it, so I didn't do the whole page. But I'll just throw in like random things on the internet. I want this Karopi Bagu so badly, but like people are selling it for like over $200. There's even some that are listed for like $550, and it's a vinyl bag, and like that's like printed on it. It's not even like it's gonna rub off. I'm not paying $500. But anyway, I did put like some junk in it and stuff, did some quotes, did some drawings. So it like kind of got there. There's some of these that I really like. I liked this one I was watching. Another tip in. I did a stationery no buy in March. So I added a sticker every time I didn't buy anything. Smiley faces were days I let myself buy something because it was like I was traveling, and I forget what this was, whether it was a pre-order or something, but I let myself do that because I wasn't going to be able to do it if I didn't do it. So 3 days, that was okay. And this was when I traveled, which this is probably the biggest success of my journal so far, but I did just some junk from our trip there, and I think I just kind of threw it all in there, and I really like how it turned out. We went to Buc-ee's for the first time, and I will probably never go back. Sorry to be a Buc-ee hater. It was just a little overwhelming for me. And then we got stuck in the Charlotte airport. So this was how I felt. It's a perfect sticker to allow myself to buy during my no buy. But yeah, you can see there's like a lot of blank spaces in here, and print pictures, but I'm literally still, I found pictures the other day. I'm not done adding for April. So it's kind of blank right now. I just did this page. I colored on the background. It's pretty cool. We had this Kenna Devalor Writes. They are a typewriter poet. So you tell them a story and they're able to, or they ask some questions and then they're able to write a poem for you based off of that like interaction. So they wrote me this poem. I talked about just being, a mom and my creativity and those kind of things. And I really loved it. It was so much longer than I thought. And our students really enjoyed it. But then, yeah, May, I'm still just like, I've put some things in, but there's really like no real complete pages. I like my junk journaling page. So I kind of tried to let go a little bit to see if that helps with my creativity. June also, like, I traveled, like I said, but I don't like these pages. I don't know. I've been going through, but this whole like little chunk from like the 12th through the 24th doesn't have anything. And I do need to probably go back and get some pictures. This is from my husband. This is not his band, but that was a band we saw. That has nothing. I've got some stuff for my trip, my new Akon wristband that I'm going to figure out what I'm doing. Hello Kitty spam. So, you know, I'm just really kind of behind. So I'm not really sure where that leads me with this for next year, but we're getting there. I mean, she's still pretty chunky. I might do an Avec maybe. I've been seeing people switch to that and that sounds really cool. But yeah, I don't know. So these are, you know, my books and where we're at. I just have no time to journal. I just spend all my time thinking about it. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm at with journaling, and I hope you enjoyed seeing kind of a realistic, not perfect journal ecosystem. It's kind of what I bring to the table right now. I spend a lot more time thinking about my hobbies than actually doing hobbies. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Let me know how your journaling year is going. What are you thinking about? Like, are your plans changing for 2027? Are you thinking about new books? Are you thinking about decreasing? I am definitely assessing my stack and how manageable it is. But also, like, are there better books out there? Are there other brands, maybe not Hobonichi, that might combine things or just provide like a better structure for some of the things that I'm doing? So I'm excited to start thinking about 2027 plans while also trying to get through and catch up and maintain my 2026 system. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. If you've watched everything, leave me a strawberry because we're growing strawberries and they make me happy and remind me of summer. So thanks. I'll catch you next time.